Here's the thing, and Gwyneth and I just had this conversation. It is rare that you can say the sequel to the sequel certainly surpasses the sequel, and maybe even better than the original.
Right.
What do you think?
Well, look, from your lips, I hope so. I think that we were able to sort of pay off on the promise that the other two, set up. And this is just, Marvel knows how to do it. This third act in this movie is just fantastic.
No, there's no question about that. And here, I think, is the dilemma, because I promise you this, the, accountants from all these studios are going to come to you guys the next day and like, oh my God.
We got to do it again. Well, let's hope we can do it again. I mean, I think there's definitely more to mine with the relationship between Tony and Rhodey, and clearly more to mine with his relationship with Pepper in it. So I think if you can come up with a different way that's not just the same thing again, which we were somehow able to do with this one from the first two, then yeah, I think we'd all come back.
But is there a danger of going to the well too many times?
Of course there is, yeah. I mean, you can do that. But I think that's one of those lines that you don't know that you've crossed until you're on the other side of it and you went, oh, we went too many times. But I think if, like I said, if we can come up with an innovative story and a way to find more to do with these characters in a different way to get into these situations, then yeah, let's try it again.
I'm going to keep referencing this because I just came from her room. Gwyneth was like, very pleased how it turned out. Boy, this is really good. Like it was a surprise to her.
Yeah. Well, I think we were all in. If you look at the movie, I never saw Gwyneth on the set. One day I saw her. We were in one scene together, Guy Pearce and I, it's the second movie we've done. I was in one scene with him in this film. So people were very much on their own tracks. And it is a surprise when you sit down and go, oh, that's what was happening in all the rest of that movie. I didn't know what was going on.
All right, and so it's in the totality.
Yeah, and I think it's very exciting. I think it's a lot of fun. I think it's more spectacular than the other two, and really staying in sort of the mythology and the lore of what Marvel has created. We can see these characters showing up in each other's storylines, and that's fun too.
See, I think that's the thing. It was like 2 summers ago. Every movie was a sequel, and then one thing, Bush has written every question for me, that Gwyneth also referenced. She said, you know what? Because there's so many fewer movies being made, you have actors, and I think she was referencing you and Guy, who normally wouldn't do this kind of thing. And she feels that kind of raises the bar, even though...
Well, look, for me, this is a wish fulfillment. I've always wanted to be in movies like this since I was young, and they were fantastic escapism for me. And it's like, wow, it'd be great to actually be able to be in a movie like that. I'm never gonna not do the other kinds of films. I'm never gonna not do the smaller films, The Crash, The Traffics, and The Guard, what have you. But it's fun to be able to be in a big effect movie like this and play with all the biggest and best toys.
All right, speaking of toys, which are the ones that you're either swiping from the set or asking to take home?
Well, I had to give the dad action figure to the kids, but they started abusing them right away. So I don't think they understood clearly how they were supposed to be used. Or maybe I didn't understand.
Right, you need a case in your study.
Yeah, I need a study.
There.
And then I'll put a case in the study, and then I'll stick these guys in the case.
Why don't you have it done? You're a big shot star. You have that great House of Cards. You have all this great, House of Lies, I should say, all this great stuff going on. Where's your study?
Yeah, we should talk about that.
What's going on with that?
I think I have a study, but it's full of junk.
Right.
Yeah.
I have a tack room that is full of junk.
What do you even put in a tack room?
It's supposed to be my study, but it's just, it's like the beacon, are you a pack rat or not?
No.
Okay.
I would love to just have a controlled burn at my house and get rid of 90% of the
All right,
things
here's my vanity. I'm saving it all for my biographer.
Oh, yeah.
See, I'm not interested. But
no,
I figure
but the biographer, in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Future generations.
You don't want to deprive the world of that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
They need to see that.
That is vanity.
Thanks a lot. All right, thanks, Don. I'll see you later.
Take care.